Hey church, Pastor Matthew here, and welcome to a new year. You made it to 2021. Congratulations. It's good to have 2020 behind us, huh? But as we look forward to the new year, I know that it's going to be filled with all sorts of good stuff. In fact, today, right now, we need to talk about something that's coming up real quick here. Football Sunday is coming up in February, just a few weeks away, really. But before we get carried away with this new year, I want to look back at the very end of 2020 and say thank you. Thank you to each of you who gave so generously to the special Christmas offering. Our goal was $16,000 for the special Christmas offering, and the gifts that you gave blasted right through that, surpassed what our want was. The gifts that were given were more than $22,000. So we were hoping for $16,000, and we gave $22,000, over $22,000. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being so generous. I know many of the gifts you gave were very sacrificial, and so thank you so much. The gifts that you gave mean that in 2021 we'll get to take on 3 really cool projects. Number 1, we'll get to completely rebuild the church's website, which means that we'll be able to work with a web developer to make sure that our page is able to stream and do everything else that we need it to and want it to, which is fantastic. I'm really excited by that. Number 2, it means that we'll be providing 100 families with 1 week's worth of food as COVID relief, partnering with our good partner, North Denver Cares Food Bank, which is right here in Broomfield. And so we'll continue providing COVID relief. And then number 3, building a Gaga Ball pit. And a lot of you have looked up that on Google. You found out what it is. You're excited by it. I'm excited by it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a great outreach tool for both our kids ministry and our youth ministry. And so 3 cool projects for the new year ahead, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for the way that you gave so generously. Like I said, I know some of the gifts that were given were extremely sacrificial, and so thank you. Thank you very much. A lot of stuff going on in the newsletter, so make sure you look around and read all the stuff that's going on. Right now we're asking for accountability board members for the new year ahead, looking for those, and all sorts of other good stuff. But we have an ownership class coming up, and if you're not an owner, an official member of Good News, and you call Good News your home, well, then it's time to become an owner. And so that's coming up too. Information is in the newsletter. But specifically, I want to talk about Football Sunday. Football Sunday will be the first Sunday in February. That's February 7th. That's the same day as the Super Bowl. And what we're going to be doing is working with other churches, thousands of other churches across the United States, and streaming some testimonies, the stories of what God is doing in the lives of NFL players. And so we've gotten to do this the last couple of years, and I'm looking forward to doing it this year again. And if you know me, you know that I'm not really that big of a football guy, but these stories, maybe you're not into football, but these stories about what God is doing in these NFL players' lives is amazing. And so I don't want you to miss it. Even if you're not a big football person, I don't want you to miss on that Sunday at the church, we'll be doing some special football snacks and drinks and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want you to miss it. But more importantly, I don't want you to miss hearing what God is doing in people's lives. NFL players, yeah, that's cool. And they're people that you know, which is fantastic. And so make sure you're thinking about who could I invite or who could I share the stream with that day. Who do I know who loves football, who needs to hear these stories of what God is doing? And so please plan on sharing Football Sunday with someone you know who loves football. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's not you. Maybe football is not your thing. But these stories of what God is doing is absolutely amazing, and so I don't want you to miss it. That's it for right now. Look around on the rest of the newsletter, find out what's going on, and if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Thanks.